Hey everybody, my name is Laura. I am the teen librarian here at the Franklin Public Library, and today I am going to be showing you how to make your own bath bomb at home. So this is the kit that we have available this week. They are available first come, first serve at the information desk to grades 6 through 12, so come on and get one of those. But I will show you what ingredients are included. You may even have these at home. We have some dry ingredients here. Let's see, this is baking soda. We have Epsom salt, and I'll give you the measurements too here. Let's see. So baking soda, we have half a cup of baking soda. Epsom salt, this is just plain, unscented. This is a quarter cup. And then citric acid, and this is used to do canning and things like that. This is 1/4 cup of citric acid. Then we have some wet ingredients. We have 1½ teaspoons of olive oil, so that is this right here, marked with an O. And we have 1 teaspoon of essential oil, and that is this one right here, marked with an E, and this is lavender scented, but you could use any scent you like. Let's see, we have a bowl. We're going to need a bowl for mixing. We have a small empty spray bottle that we'll be using. We have our mold, and this is actually what we're going to be using to put the bath bomb together. And then a couple other things. I have a 1/2 teaspoon measure here. This is because we're going to need to get some water. I have a stir stick and a rubber band just to put over the mold to keep it together. And that is it. So we can go ahead and get started. So step 1, you just need to put your dry ingredients into the bowl. So this again is 1/2 cup of baking soda. And this you can get at the grocery store. Go. And Epsom salt, this you can get grocery store, pharmacy, anything like that. And this is a 1/4 cup of Epsom salt. Pour that right in. And we have our 1/4 cup of citric acid. This one is a little harder to find, but I found it at, I think I actually found it at a hardware store in their kind of canning aisle, but you can find it for sure. And this is a 1/4 cup of citric acid. Go. And now we're just going to take this and we are going to stir it up here. Stir, stir, stir. You want to get it nice and combined. And there may be little clumps in there. You can definitely use your hand. You're going to be using your hands later on. This is a little bit more of a messy project, so be aware of that. There we go. So you just want to combine it real good. Make sure all 3 dry ingredients are all mixed together. Get the clumps out as much as possible. All right, here we go. So I'll set that aside for now. And as you can see, I put paper towels down because, like I said, this can get a little messy, so easier to clean up if we prepare for it. All right, so step 2. We are going to take our little spray bottle here, open it up, and we are going to put our wet ingredients in. So this again is 1½ teaspoons of olive oil, just regular olive oil. You probably have at home. I'm just going to put that right in there. And we have our 1 teaspoon of essential oil. The one that comes in the kit is lavender. So that smells pretty good. And lavender is known for being relaxing. So just pour that right in there. All right, and then one that is not included in the kit, but I think you can get at home, is just 1/2 teaspoon of water, just plain water. So just get that here, add that in there. Alrighty, and then this part is totally optional, but if you wanted to give your bath bomb a little hint of color, you could put 1 drop of food coloring in here, but only 1 drop. If you put too many drops, then when you put it in the bath, you might find that the food coloring actually gets on your skin, and you don't want that. I'm not going to do the food coloring today, but you could if you wanted to. So we're going to screw that back on there. Give it a little shake just to mix it all up there. Alrighty. So, step 3. We're going to take the cap off. And what we're going to do is you are going to just do a couple sprays at a time into your wet ingredients. You don't want to spray the whole thing right away. You want to do a couple sprays, set it down, mix it up real good, couple more sprays, mix it up. Because what you want is for the dry ingredients, you're going to see that they start sticking together more and more. And you're going to stop adding more liquid if you scrunch the dry ingredients, then they start staying into a ball. That's what you want. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I will show you. So we'll just make sure it's actually coming out. There we go. So we'll do spray, 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 3 or 4. Give it a mix it up. This will take a few times, but you don't want to rush it. Yeah, you might see it's going to start sizzling a little bit. It's going to start reacting. And that's why we don't want to spray too much too quickly. It smells pretty good. All right, a couple more. Make sure it's actually coming out. Yeah, so I can tell already it's starting to kind of get a little heavier here, get a little more moist. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but it is starting to get a little clumpy, but we're going to keep going here. Mix it up real good. Okay, so it's starting to clump up a little bit, as you can see, but not enough yet. So I'm going to keep adding more. Whoops. Like I said, this one's a little more on the messy side, so it may require some cleanup. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky just because you don't want to not put enough in, because then it won't hold together. You don't want to do too much either, because then it'll just start reacting like it's in the water already. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'll give it probably one or two more squirts here. Here we go. I'll do one more round. Make sure it's actually coming out. Go. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So as you can see here, give it a squeeze and it is staying in its shape. So that means that it's good to go. So you can go ahead and set that down. I'm gonna get that off my hands here. Okay. So now we have our mold here. We're gonna do one side at a time. That's what I found is the easiest. You want to take the dry ingredients and you want to smush them in. So they should be pretty much holding their shape on their own right now. You want to fill this up until it is halfway full. So there we go. That is nice and patted down there all the way full. We're going to do the same exact thing with the other side. down there, nice and tight. There we go. Okay, so we have our two sides that are packed down and full. So now you're going to put them together. Oops, so this looks like you may have a little too much. I'll probably get some of that out there because your mold should close. There we go. And I included rubber bands because I found that it may actually start to expand while it's drying. So it's good to put a rubber band or two around. There we go. So that will keep it, from coming apart if it does start expanding. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So that looks good. All right, so then that is it. Then you just want to set this aside. You want to make sure that it dries completely. So that could be up to or over 24 hours. I would say let it sit for at least 24 hours. And then once it's ready to go, you can take the rubber band off, open the mold, and you'll have your bath bomb. And then if you've never used a bath bomb before, the way it works is that you run a bath, a nice warm bath for yourself. You drop it right in and it fizzes and it smells good and the Epsom salt is in there. It's great. So I hope you enjoy. And this is our kit that is available at the Franklin Public Library Information Desk this week. All right, thanks everybody, and I will see you next time.